Okay, so today we're going to talk about the metric system and how you convert from different units in the metric system and how you utilize it. So if you look and you read right here on your assignment, the metric system is measurement that's based on multiples of 10. So we have what's called base units, which are these units right here. We call these base because this would count as 1 because it's the base unit. And for that we use grams, liters, and meters, which respectively their labels would be G for grams, capital L for liters, and lowercase m for meters. Okay. Now, once you understand that, the rest of it is just prefixes, so what goes in front of those base units. So you can have kilograms, you can have hectograms, you can have decagrams. If it's a base unit, it's just grams. You could have decigrams, centigrams, and milligrams, which all mean a few different things. Same thing with liters and meters. You can have kilometers, you can have centimeters, you can have millimeters, okay? And these are all just the multiples of 10 based on the prefix of that base unit. So for instance, if you're a decameter, you're 10 meters. If you're a kilometer, you're 1,000 meters. If you're a millimeter, you're 1/1000th of a meter, 0.001. If you're a centimeter, you're 1/100th of a meter, 0.01. Okay? So all you have to do when you use this is you can use the staircase to convert between any sort of units. So for instance, if I want to go from grams to kilograms, I can use this staircase in order to do that. Okay? Now, let's look at some examples so you understand what I mean about how you use this. So, let's look down here. And this kind of explains it here, but you guys can read through that yourselves. Alright? So, here's your measurement conversions. And then I'm going to show you how to use the staircase. It says, write the equivalent measurement for each of these scenarios. Now I crossed off these because we're not going to get into cubic centimeters, but we want to be able to use this as far as the staircase goes. So this says 5 dm equals blank m. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back up to our staircase. We have 5 dm equals blank m. Okay. Well, you know that m is just regular old meters, right? So you're trying to convert dm to meters. Now the next question is, what is dm? Well, it's some sort of meters, right? The d is the prefix, the m stands for meters. In order to find out what prefix it is, we can look right over here. It tells you what the abbreviations mean. So which one of these is D? It's not deca, that would be dk. So if you look through it, D means deci. Okay, so we are trying to convert from decimeters to meters. So the way you do this is simple. You find out where you're starting, then you find out where you're going. You look at the staircase and see how many steps away it is, and you move the decimal the same way. Okay, so let me show you. We're starting at decimeters, which is right here. We're moving to meters, which is in the middle here. Meters is one step to the left from decimeters. So all I do is I move my decimal one step to the left. There's no decimal here, so as always when you're working with numbers, your decimal will go on the far right. If it's already placed, then you just move it from where it already is, but if it's not placed, you place it on the far right. I'm going to move it one to the left, and I'm going to write my answer, 0.5 meters. Okay, so down here, 5 decimeters will be 0.5 meters. And feel free to use scratch paper at home when you're doing this, and then just type your answers in, because that might make it easier for you. It might make it easier for you to write out your own staircase if you can't print one. Okay, so you can just copy it on a piece of paper. So let's look at the second one. 4 milliliters equals blank liters. So I go back up here. 4 ml equals blank L. And if you didn't know that the M was milliliters, again, you could look right here. You see that M means milli, so that's down here. So I'm going from 4 milliliters to a base unit up here, liters. Again, I'm going to count how many steps that is. That's 1, 2, 3 steps to the left. So I'm moving 3 steps to the left to get to liters. So I'm going to move my decimal 1, 2, 3 to the left. Now here's where you have to do an additional step. Since I moved it here in front of the 4 and there was 2 extra spaces here, I fill any empty spaces with zeros. This will make my answer 0.004 liters. Write that on the bottom. 0.004 liters. Let me show you one more. 8 grams to mg, which would be milligrams. So again, I look at my staircase. Grams is a base unit. I'm moving to milligrams, mg. I'm starting with grams, so I start here. I'm ending with milligrams, so I'm going to end here. So I'm 1, 2, 3 steps away, except this time I'm 3 steps away to the right, not to the left. Grams to milligrams. My decimal goes at the end if I don't have it already. I'm going to move 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. Since those are all blank spaces, that would be 3 zeros. My answer is 8,000 milligrams. So on here, 8,000 milligrams. Okay? I'm going to let you guys solve the rest on there. I'm just going to show you a little bit of a tougher problem. On the second page, these 7 are a little bit tougher because they're word problems, okay? But you're using the same types of problem-solving methods to do them. These might be difficult. That's okay. I just want you to try them. Nothing on your test will be as hard as these. Your test will have the normal conversions like these. So as long as you can do these, you're good. But I still want you to try these and do your best on them. Okay? If you have questions, you can always ask me. So on here, for instance, what you would do is you would write down your information and then see what you have to do to solve it. So it says 1 cereal bar has a mass of 37 grams. So I know that 37 grams is 1 cereal bar. And it says, what is the mass of 6 cereal bars? Well, before I even get to the end, if I want the mass of 6, I can multiply, right? I could do 37 times 6. Right? And you could do this on your phones, or you could do this on your calculator on your Chromebook, right? But if we do, if we do 6 times 7, right, that would give us 42. Okay. And then if we do 6 times 30, that would give us 180. 180 plus 42, your answer should be 222 grams. Okay. So the mass of 6 cereal bars is 222 grams. What it wants to know is that more than or less than 1 kilogram? Explain your answer. Well, here we have our conversion now, right? If we want to find out if it's more or less than 1 kilogram, we need to convert the units. So you could either convert grams to kilograms, or you can convert kilograms to grams. So let's see how much 1 kilogram is to see if it's more than 222 grams. So 1 kilogram equals how many grams? Here's that same staircase. I'm going to include this document for you guys as well. Okay. So grams is a base unit. Kilograms is here. I'm going from 1 kilogram to blank grams. 1, 2, 3 to the right to get there. 1, 2, 3. It says that 1 kilogram, as we already know, is 1,000 of the base unit, 1,000 grams, right? And I just proved it with the conversion. So if 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams, well, then we would conclude that that's going to be less than 1 kilogram, right? Because 222 grams is not nearly as much as 1,000 grams. So 6 cereal bars is less than 1 kg. And we just proved that using math. Okay? If you guys are stuck, feel free to rewind the examples and rewatch them so you can understand what I'm saying, what's going on. A couple of tips that I will say for you. Make sure that you always go from where you're starting to where you're ending. Okay? Decigrams in this case to, decimeters in this case to meters, right? Not meters to decimeters. You don't want to move the decimal the wrong way. Decimeters to meters. Milliliters to liters. Milliliters to liters. Not liters to milliliters. Sometimes students flip it and they do it the other way, and then you move the decimal the wrong direction. Okay? Don't do that. Alright? If you have any questions, let me know. You should rewatch this if you're stuck. It might take you a second to get it, but once you do get it and you start rolling, then I'm sure you'll be successful.